Okay, guys. So under the I've got the artwork under the camera. So this is a very very basic design for a tree, for a falling leaf, and I've done it basic because I have to illustrate it to you, but you guys have to color it in. So realistically or fantasy in a fantastic way, or whatever way you want to do it. Um, but you have to keep in mind that the action is the leaf falling, and everything else in the background supports the action. So the background cannot compete with the action. The background has to support the action. So you might notice that the way I've designed the tree is to allow action to happen here in the center of the screen, where you see most action in movies. And so it's not obscure, so the branch with the leaf isn't behind something that you can't see it properly. Everything is seen very, very simply. And everything is stuck down. Now I've stuck the leaf down, which I've made red so you can see it better. You can see that I've doubled up masking tape. Right, so you just get masking tape and you double it up. Right, that's what the great Terry Gilliam did, and probably still does, because I wouldn't say he's given up animation. So you have to plan, like in everything in animation, you have to plan it. So you have to, what is it? Is it a very stormy day? Is the leaf going to blow over here? Is it going to, is it a calm day? Is it just going to come down nice and gently? In a calm day, it would come down in very even increments, just fall down very nice and easy. Now, the word increment is how far you move it, to time it, to give the illusion of movement. So I've made this one up. I hope you can see it. Just checking to see if you can see it. So you can see there's a few quick movements here, and then it picks up. So when the marks get different and further apart, the leaf is traveling further, so it's faster. And then, of course, in this corner, you have to shoot a few more, so it slows down, but then the wind picks it up again, and picks it up again, and picks it up again. And then when it goes around this loop, you can see that the marks are closer together. And so it travels slowly and then eventually slowly lands. So you can use this as a guide. Of course, when you start moving it, the guide is kind of lost. It's a bit of a thing about cutouts. You're kind of flying by the seat of your pants. Now, when you're shooting it, you have to treat your fingers like they're pinchers. Some people use pinchers. And you have to go and hold it down. Everything is about registration, keeping things steady, keeping things on a firm path that you've planned. So perhaps the first thing to do is a little bit of anticipation. A little bit of wind comes. So you move it slightly. Oh, I can see the tape coming in underneath that, so that's not good. So that was a tiny move. And you see the way I take my hands away slowly? So that's just a tiny move. Another tiny move. I can see the masking tape, but I'll just continue. Another tiny move, maybe back a bit. Another tiny move and back a bit. And all the time I'm shooting 2 frames. Make sure you shoot 2 frames. You're shooting on 2. Because it's going to transfer as 24, 25 frames a second. So the illusion of movement is kept inside 12 frames a second. So we shoot on 2s. So remember to click the screen twice. Or click the button that takes the still frame twice. So I'm moving, still shooting. Actually, that masking tape is getting in the way of a lot of stuff. But anyway. And look, it's beginning to break away. So now that it's broken away, we can start moving it here and shoot. So I had 3 short movements in the beginning. I wish those people weren't talking behind me, but I've got people over tonight, so what can I do? So you can see how you can get into a mess. But you can see that I'm moving it over in 3 small moves. So again, I'd click twice. And then I'd move it here. And now it's kind of taken off. So I'd give that 2 shots, and now I'd move it a bit faster over here. Now it's taking off. And eventually I'll move it all those movements, all the way. I'll take this away, all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way until it goes and lands here. So I have marked the beginning is here. It's a pity you can't see it, but I've actually got a little X underneath where the leaf stopped. Because in animation you should always know where the action begins and where the action ends. And getting this chart back of, you know, what we've done is it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. So that's 104 frames. So that's about 5 seconds. I think I'm right in saying. So that's a 5-second drop, which is pretty good. Now some people might want to go bananas and have it blow all over the place and then maybe suddenly dive like a kamikaze at the end. That's cool. And some people like to put sound to this. But what you have to remember is that you're always moving it, you know, in a very, very deliberate way. Like that. And then you click, and then you move it. Then you click, then you move it. You can even help your hand come off. You move it. Okay, so the falling leaf is a bit like the bouncing ball. It's a very important cutout exercise. It's really the first cutout exercise everybody should do. So I'm looking forward to seeing you do it. A little bit of anticipation. And then shooting on 2s until it drops down. And it's all in that area. Okay, and remember to colour it up and do whatever you want to do. You know, it could be a metal tree with a metal leaf. It could be a surrealistic tree with, I don't know, a feathery leaf. It could be an oak tree with an oak leaf. But whatever it is, it has to move and to a certain cadence and a certain kind of flow to it. You know, it's gotta look like it's alive, which is, by the way, what animation means, making things alive. Okay, I'm going to call it, and